Where and how to find seller financing deals. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Sam Kwok here, one half of the Kwok Brothers. And for those that are brand new to our channel and our Facebook profile, our channel and profile is all about helping you get the latest real estate investing tips and tricks, strategies, tactics, and more. So in this video, let's go and cover how to find and where to find seller financing deals. And let's go and start with where to not look for seller financing deals and what types of sellers that you should not be talking to avoid wasting your time, essentially. So for context, my brother and I have done millions of dollars of real estate acquisition, especially through seller financing. In fact, we even wrote a book about it called 0 to 75 Units in 1 year, where we detail accounts of how we went from, as the title goes, 0 to 75 rental units, mostly using seller financing. And we've developed a system as well as a process of getting the seller to consistently say yes to seller financing. So where to not look. Number one is you don't want to go and talk to just random homeowner that's listed their property on Zillow, Redfin, or through a real estate agent, mainly because many of the homeowners have not heard of seller financing before. And a lot of times they're just looking to get cash out and move on to the next property and buy a new property. So for them, it's not an investment per se. It's more so they need to get the cash so that they can go and close their next property they're likely buying. So most homeowners, the regular Joe and family homeowners, are not going to be your best seller financing candidates or sellers that will likely to say yes. And just like what I alluded to earlier or a moment ago, number two is sellers that have listed their properties with a real estate agent. Now, it's not impossible. In fact, we have done real estate seller financing deals with real estate agents being represented on the seller side. It is possible, but it is more challenging because now you're having to communicate your negotiations as well as the terms of your offer through the real estate agent. And many times, real estate agents, not all of them, have never done a seller financing transaction before. And what they have not done or they don't understand, they tend to get scared and they tend to not want to talk to their seller, or they don't know how to present the offer the right way. So a lot of times, again, I love my real estate agents. They're amazing. I have many friends that are real estate agents, and we use real estate agents to acquire big multifamily commercial deals. But a lot of times, some of the more inexperienced real estate agents tend to kind of get in your way in terms of seller financing. And I don't mean to sound derogatory or not saying real estate agents are dumb. What I am saying is that it will be tougher, especially if you're dealing with someone who might be less than experienced. So that's number two of what not to look for when it comes to seller financing deals and opportunities. So that, of course, Zillow, Redfin, so on. So let's pivot to who should you talk to, or where should you go to talk and see to find seller financing deals. Number one, I find that generally speaking, most landlords are going to be open, or landlord owner sellers are going to be more open to negotiating seller financing because number one, to them, it's about what makes them the most amount of money. They're not, I mean, yes, it's true for the homeowners as well, but for them, it's about investment. A lot of it is more logic-driven decision. Unlike a traditional family homeowner, they're looking to get cash out of it and move on to the next home. Most investors they might just want to sell, and yeah, they may want to move on to the next property. But I'm going to share this with you in just one sec. The type of sellers you're going to look for. Generally, landlords are going to be more open to negotiating seller financing and pretty much sit down with you for some creative financing. And I find that to be true for a lot of landlords. Not most, but a lot of landlords. Number two type of seller financing or sellers are looking for, generally speaking, are going to be sellers who tend to be older, typically in the baby boomer generation. And I say this because a lot of times, kind of relating to what I've already talked about, sellers in that generation, baby boomers, are looking to retire. They're not necessarily looking for more properties. They're not necessarily looking to buy more properties. A lot of them just want to cash out and put them in a more, quote unquote, safer investment, right, in bonds or ETFs or whatnot that will yield a lower rate, but obviously it's going to be safer. A lot of them are looking to get out of real estate and just to retire. And many of them are going to be self-managing. So that being said, they don't really need the cash out immediately. They tend to would prefer if there was a periodic payment, monthly payments with interest and there's yield and all that. So older older landlords typically could be a better candidate for seller financing negotiation for that psychological reason. The third type of sellers that you will want to look for seller financing negotiation is landlords typically that have more than just one property. They have multiple properties And this is more so true with just about any type of acquisition or looking for deals. You want to talk to landlords that have multiple properties because they may not be interested in selling a property that you're specifically inquiring about, but they may have other properties that they might be interested in selling, and that ultimately leads to a seller financing conversation. So basically, you get a bigger bang for your buck, if you will, in terms of opportunities to pitch your offer, to submit an offer. So they tend to make better candidates for seller financing to begin with. So really, in a perfect scenario, to look for the perfect seller financing opportunity, you're looking at an older landlord, may have multiple properties through an LLC or corporation or trust, and they're looking to get done with real estate. They're trying to exit real estate. They may also have some taxable tax issues or taxes they're going to have to pay from the result of selling the property. Those are going to be great seller financing candidates. So all that and more. I hope this was valuable. We do actually have a free seller financing course right here in our YouTube channel, or check us out on Facebook. We've uploaded a 7-part series of complete seller financing course that you can go check out. And we're going to show you how to negotiate for seller financing, which is really cool. So check out that course. It's on YouTube as a playlist, or go to Facebook as well. Both of our social media platforms have these content that you guys can check it out. So if you thought this was valuable and you love to stick around and get more awesome tips on real estate investing, definitely subscribe and follow us for more. We upload content almost every week. So that being said, we'll see you in the next video. Take care.